Small town, no problem. Big action, absolutely. That's right. The Lucas Oil Pro Pulling League is roaring into Hillsboro Fireman's Park with 3 huge sessions for the Hillsboro Charity Tractor Pull, August 12th and 13th. Feel the roar of the multi-engine monsters, Super Mod 2-wheel drive, throw stocks, super stocks, and much more. You won't want to miss a moment. Tickets start at $20. For more info, call 608-553-1528 or visit charitypull.com.
I had to turn the sound off to this, guys, because it's playing music and it'll screw up our copyright.
Yeah.
So there's music to it, and I'll come back with a quick commercial.
Based on the closed captioning, I already know what song it is. And I will not sing along because that would be bad for everybody.
No, Charles, I think it'd be good.
No, that'll be bad.
Yeah, so we can talk about this for a while, like I don't know, however long, 10 whatever minutes, and then maybe I'll jump off and you guys can recap the weekend. I gotta go back down to the park and help them.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna hammer you for a good 10-15 minutes, Chris. We're not gonna let you out that.
Yep, that'll work.
If you're watching us right now, let us know where you're watching from. It's all about Hillsboro tonight. We're gonna preview the big charity poll coming up. Chris Clark, the media manager, is with us right now. And they're a busy week in Hillsboro. We're showing some videos of them building the track right now. And I'll come back and show their TV commercial. And then we'll talk to Chris. So let us know where you're watching from tonight. Let us know if you're coming to Hillsboro this weekend. Loganville, Wisconsin's checking in. Pierce, Nebraska.
Neoga, Illinois.
Neoguna. Gary from Michigan. Montana's checking in. Nice. Okay, I want to play the. Oops, shoot. I got it right here.
Roll that beautiful footage.
I'm going to roll it. I thought I was a little more prepared, but I guess apparently I'm not. Here it is. Here's the one I want to watch. Watch it.
No problem. Big action? Absolutely. That's right. The Lucas Oil Pro Pulling League is roaring into Hillsboro Fireman's Park with 3 huge sessions for the Hillsboro Charity Tractor Pull, August 12th and 13th. Feel the roar of the multi-engine monsters, Super Mod 2-wheel drive, throw stocks, super stocks, and much more. You won't want to miss a moment. Tickets start at $20. For more info, call 608-553-1528 or visit charitypull.com.
That's a good commercial. We're going to watch that one more time.
Small town, no problem. Big action, absolutely. That's right. The Lucas Oil Pro Pulling League is roaring into Hillsboro Fireman's Park with 3 huge sessions for the Hillsboro Charity Tractor Pull, August 12th and 13th. Feel the roar of the multi-engine monsters, Super Mod 2-wheel drive, throw stocks, super stocks, and much more. You won't want to miss a moment. Tickets start at $20. For more info, call 608-553-1528 or visit charitypull.com.
Welcome, everybody. It's Monday night. Welcome to another edition of Let's Grow Pulling. Charles Posh up there in the middle. Wave, Charles.
I've got questions. I got questions after watching that commercial.
What, do we got to get into that right away, or should we introduce Chris, or how do you want to do this, Charles?
It's just me being a nerd, but like I think that was maybe Fagundes Mini, and the right front was higher than the left. That was weird.
I did see that as well.
And when we played it back, I was like, huh?
Okay, so we got to watch this again, or what?
Play it back.
All kinds of free flex and little ones.
Hold on, people.
They got reverse rotation Hemi going on, or what was that?
Hold on, Charles. Give me a second there, kid.
Okay.
Torque monster.
Yeah.
What?
Absolutely. That's right. The Lucas Oil Pro Pulling League is roaring into Hillsboro Fireman's Park with 3 huge sessions for the Charity Tractor August. Huge.
Right there.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't see the blower belts, so I don't know. But what's happening? That's the wrong front tire to be hiked that hard.
Mhm.
Video-
Charles
Video
is
master.
that video reversed?
It's
Yes, it is.
reversed.
Look at the K&N.
It
Yes,
is reversed
look at the
because that's
K&N.
from Farley, isn't it?
Okay. All right. We solved it. Okay. I'm not losing my darn mind yet. Woo. Okay.
That was a close.
For the
that was a close
Hillsboro
one.
Charity Track, August 12th and 13th. Feel the roar of the multi-engine monsters, Supermod two-wheel drive, Throw Stocks, Super Stocks, and much more. You won't want to miss a moment. Tickets start at $20. For more info, call 608-553-1528 or visit charitypull.com. Well,
So can we start the show now, Charles? Or
Yeah,
are we
sorry. No, we can. Awesome promo video. It's well done.
It's an
Just,
awesome video.
Grabbed me and I had to go, huh? So
Welcome, everybody. It's Monday, August 8th. Jason Schultz here with the Beer Money Polling Team. Charles Post in the middle, Paul Romat top right, Big Rye bottom left, and Chris Clark, the media manager for the Hillsboro Charity Pull, is right there. The biggest compliment I can give a poll to this magnitude is when you don't have to say the state that it's in, Chris, you just say Hillsboro. You say Toma, you say Chapel Hill, you say Rockwell. Hillsboro is at that level now. It's in the top. I don't know. I don't want to say, but it's obviously one of the biggest polls around. It's won Champions Tour poll of the year. And Don is super organized. The facility, it's a great event. And you know, you were just at an awesome event in Rockwell. Well, you're kind of a lucky one to get to go from Rockwell to Hillsboro.
Yeah, definitely go from Rockwell to Hillsboro like in about a matter of 5 hours. It's kind of what it was, and yeah, we're going into its 15th year with the Lucas Oil Pro Pulling League for the Hillsboro Charity Truck and Tractor Pull, and definitely had its moments over the years of adding this, adding that, continuing that the growth of the pull, growth of the pullers. And the growth of the charity aspect as well definitely has been important over the years. And 15 years in, now we're looking forward to this weekend and looking forward to the next 15 years also.
Yeah, Chris, I remember this poll kind of got started kind of as a brush poll, didn't it, with Don back when he had his hot farm? Is that
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it was like a single track pull, some Badger State stuff, and really kind of a brush pull before that. Around the 4th of July time frame.
Yep.
And before the park looked anything like it did now, and just kind of took that one step at a time and built it on up, and now able to bring the best pullers around the country to town, bring the best fans to town, and then have that charity aspect year after year as well has been great.
Well, I mean, how big is Hillsboro? A couple thousand people? What's the population there, Chris?
Yeah, there's like just over 1,200 people. It's like 1,201 on the population sign, and we look to fill the grandstands. 3,000 plus people on poll weekend.
Yeah. So what that does for a community like that, and Don's always giving back to the local community anyway. But to bring it, this is so good for the hotels, the restaurants, everybody within 60 miles of this place, Chris. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. That's where people know in Hillsboro there's one hotel, and it's booked the day after the poll. And that's where we invite people to head over to our website, charitypull.com. Look, we have a hotel tab that names off all the great hotels around the area as well. So if you're planning that trip yet and you haven't booked a hotel, you can still do so. Also, there's great camping on site. I was down there tonight working on the park, and there's one camper pulled in there already at the campsite area, and that's definitely expanded as well year after year. So you got a camper, you still got time to hook it up and bring it here.
Awesome. Again, if you're just joining us, it's Monday, August 8th. Chris Clark, the media manager for the Charity Pull, will be coming up this weekend, is joining us live with our panel. We got the poster right there up there. I want you to type in the comments if you've been to Hillsboro before, what you love about Hillsboro. Maybe you're coming to Hillsboro for the first time, but it is one can't miss event. When you look at the class lineup, it's awesome. I mean, just completely 3 awesome sessions. Everything's Champions Tour except the Silver Series Light Pro Stocks. Chris, does that sound right?
Yeah, that's right. The Light Pro Stocks join for the 2022 Hillsboro Charity Pull. They're a new addition. Be there for the first time on the Silver Series, the light pros, and then all the favorites are back. The pro stocks, mini rods, modifieds, lightweight super stocks, the Optimum batteries, 2-wheel drives, just to name a few. All your favorite classes are there, and with the addition of the light pro stocks, looking forward to seeing them on the track to see how they can handle the Hillsboro clay.
Yeah, a lot of great comments popping up, guys, in here. We were there last year and booked a hotel for this weekend. Josh Stoltz says all around great pull. Brian Teeding says every year. So I mean, it's one heck of a pull. And how's the weather, Chris? I haven't even checked the forecast yet. Is it looking okay?
Yeah, the weather today was great. Great temperatures. The weather throughout the week is looking great. That August weather, going to have 70s, 80s, cool nights. It's going to be a great weekend for pulling. The weather is looking superb.
Good. Kathy Ann Charlton says, love the show every year. Great track and very well run. Camping is fun. Love this pull. Has the camping been growing, Chris? I know you talked about it. So
Yeah, the camping has definitely been growing. We have just a few sites that have full hookups, and of course they're booked every year immediately. But then we have first come, first served parking or in camping throughout on the grass. And it's basically, it's wide open camping all throughout. There's a nice little creek that follows on the back of the grounds that people love to set up by that, a little trout stream. And, there's always firewood on the ground there. We usually have a guy that works for Don. He goes around with firewood and gives out firewood to people if they need it. And just, it's one of the great things on camping is because you can camp literally like 30 feet off from the end of the track. So you can sit at your camper and feel the modifieds shake your TV off your wall in your camper if you park too close.
That's all right.
Chris,
this is a great comment from Esden Backhouse.
Shut your mouth.
What? Oh,
Yeah, go ahead with the question.
Paul, are you going to talk tonight? Buddy?
I'm going to try if you'll shut up.
I'm just excited because Hillsboro's like 20 minutes from my house, and I've known Chris forever. You know what? I'm just pumped up. I'm just being a good promoter, Paul. But here's what I'll do, Paul. I'm just going to mute myself. You just take over.
Yeah, Paul, go ahead.
Chris, as Jason was talking about earlier, everybody, when you say Hillsboro, they know Hillsboro, they know the pull, but they may not know the charity aspect. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I want to hit on that a lot too, because that's really important. It's important to Don Slama, the promoter. It's important to his family, Sally and James, and Don's wife, and the grandkids are even involved in it. And it's the charity aspect is what drives the pull to be put on for a lot of people that help from the community, that donate their time to help and set up for it. And then the charity committee is a separate committee that takes the funds raised from the pull and divvies those out to families in need. And a lot of times in small towns, you'll get where somebody's in need, but they're not out on the street corner asking for it, or they're not telling their neighbors about it, or they're not advertising it on Facebook. And so that's where the charity pull has done a good job over the years of kind of recognizing those people in need throughout and helping them out in ways that's that they feel comfortable with and that's appropriate, and just kind of there's a lot of things that go on throughout the year that a lot of just other people don't hear about or realize, but and then there is things that of like the weekend of the pull when there's a family in need that that's either close to a puller, close to Don in some relationship or form that the pullers are asked to chip in and donate during a driver's meeting or something like that. So then that's money's awarded to the families that night. So it's not just one charity per se. It's a collection of things that go on throughout all year long. And then there's things that happen that weekend. And one of the things happening that weekend is kind of what's behind me. We've tried advertising it some. We've had a little bit of regulation rule breaking when we advertise it. So we're talking about it here, and I'm sitting in front of it. There's 2 pallets behind me. They weigh like 2,015 pounds a piece. There's 70 I gotta always gotta look because there's more than what you think. There's 78 cases of John Deere Busch Light cans that are going to be given away, and it's a thing that Don had thought of, along with some other people that I think told Don, "Hey, you got way too many John Deere cans. What are you going to do with all that?" And so he said, "Well, let's help somebody with it." And so they're on Friday night and Saturday night, we're going to be selling tickets for $20 a piece, and you'll buy a ticket for $20 a piece, draw the ticket out of the hat, and that ticket wins the pallet of beer. And
pretty popular, Chris. I'm glad you talked about that because I've been getting a bunch of text messages from people saying they're getting thirsty looking at your picture.
Yeah. That's what these two are. If you take the camera, he's got, so there's a third pallet over there that's been kind of into a few times, but these two pallets right there, 70, we'll zoom in on it so you can see, 78 cases, 2,017 pounds, and that's going to be, going to draw a winner on Friday night and Saturday night for that. And
$20 a ticket, Chris?
Yeah, $20 a ticket. And we're going to try and raise a whole bunch of money. We're thinking, asking, hey, get your buddies together. Every 5 people throw in $20. Somebody break out a $500 bill and get into this thing, because all the money that's raised, it's going to be 100% giveaway. So it's not a 50-50. It's just a straight up giveaway. You get a pallet of beer, 78 cases, and then that money is going to go to a local family that's in need, that's fighting a bunch of medical issues that just keep piling up on this young family. They're really good. They're really good friends with Don and a ton of people in the community. And it's kind of a low key thing on who it is in the area here, but it's going to help them people, and another charity that Don is working with as well, that we want to give back to right here in Hillsboro, is what this raffle is going to really hit home for community members here that are going through just an unbelievable time right now, that they're such good people and strong people, that and so important to the community, that Don said, let's step up. I don't know what a case of beer costs, $25, $20 for a 30-pack. I don't know. I drink the hard stuff with Schultz, so I don't know what the light.
Well, he does.
But you figure, we got a few $1,000s worth of beer. $1,000, whatever it is. Somebody commented in what 78 cases of beer would cost you, and $20 a ticket, and somebody's going to have to figure out how to load their truck down Friday and Saturday night.
If somebody wins that Friday night, that won't be going home. That's all I'm going to say.
No.
So we have,
and hey, in point of fact, those are 30 racks. Cases. So there's more than just 78 times 24. There's 78 times 30. That's a whole lot of beer.
Yep, they're cubes, full cubes of 30 racks.
2,340 cans of beer, just to be exact.
Yeah, but who's counting?
Well, I went to my calculator quick. Paul.
There you go.
Paul was talking, so I had some time to do the math.
Sorry, I asked about the charity portion. You were talking about who's commenting.
I get excited about like super modified tractors and things like that, and Alki Supers and Pro Stocks, minis. I don't know. I promote polling. That's why.
The coolest thing for me about the pallet is it's 2,000 pounds. It just blows my mind. It's somebody's going to win 2,000 pounds of Busch Light.
Jennifer Henderson. That's easy.
Yeah, but it can only be easy if you're there to win it, Henderson. Moving on.
That's the one caveat. You got to be there to win. I think tickets are going to be available at the ticket booth when you walk in, and the raffle tickets are going to be $20 to get in on this giveaway of 2,000 pounds of beer.
I like it a lot. I like it a lot. If anybody has any questions for Chris or any thoughts or just some more comments about Hillsboro, please type them in the comments. We'll put them up on the screen. A lot of positive stuff up there, Chris. What year, Chris, did this kind of go from a really awesome regional pull to one of the best pulls in the United States? What do you remember that year? I kind of feel like it's when he brought in the big bleachers. I feel like that was like a holy crap. Didn't he buy some bleachers from a drag racing place in Kansas or something? Or
Yep. Yeah. We've been with the Pro Pulling League for 15 years, and probably around that 2012. So coming off that 2010-11 tour, and then into 12 and 13. So about 10 years ago is when the bleachers got purchased from out west from a racetrack and hauled here. All that was done by people from town and Don's employees that went out and did it all themselves and hauled it all here and put it back up themselves. And so that was kind of the turning point as well. And then around that time is when I think the super modified tractors come in as a class. And then it just kind of, it kept ramping up. It's kind of one of those things we said, if you build it, the folks will come and watch and enjoy. And we kind of wanted to, make it that experience and that destination pull by having, of course, the good track, the best pullers in the country there, and then the best accommodations for those fans as well. So we're trying to put all three of those together. And that's what, has been happening over the last 8 to 10 years now.
I know this is a little thing, but my respect for Don as a promoter happened when I went to my first pull up there and I saw the people that sell beverages and stuff actually get down when a vehicle goes down the track, so they're not blocking anybody's view. And that was coached by him. So that tells you that attention to detail and the organization. And when you pull there, how they have you scaled in ahead of time, so it's a fast moving show.
Yeah.
So from a fan's point of view, and a puller's point of view, it's it's a place you want to be. It's a place you want to compete at and be part of. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that kind of. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, when you talk about scaling before they go on the track and stuff like that, one of the most, I want to say, impressive things is how everything flows. And one of the biggest things is when you come off the track. So when you come off the track, you pull out through one lane and there are tractors right there and there are guys there, and you don't sit there for maybe 10, 15 seconds. There's a tractor there that picks you up and pulls you away from the track. I mean, it is thought out. The attention to detail with this pull is just unreal.
Yeah, I'll hit on that and I'll answer that question. I don't know if there's any plans of moving the camping across the hill right now. It's utilized for car parking. It was planned up that valley. I had an idea of having camping up through there, and making more permanent sites across the road with hookups. So that might be something in the future that happens. But right now it's all car parking. We did move. All the pullers are going to be parking on the gravel and the high school parking lot, which is going to open up all the grass for camping this year. There'll be no pullers on the grass lot, so all the grass is going to be camping. And like you said, the kind of that behind the scenes stuff is there's around 30 people that work while the pull is going on, and 2 hours before there's probably around 15 to 20. So we figure there's somewhere around 30 people actively doing stuff throughout that night that you don't really notice them. Everything kind of just happens. But that's what we figure takes around that 25 to 30 people that are working like every checkpoint. So we try to run that thing like an airport. If you think of it as an airport, when our customers come in to that airport, by the time they see the plane take off and go down the track, all these little things behind the scenes that are hidden have to happen for that to happen. So that's kind of the way we run it. Think of it as if you go into an airport, you kind of get to where you're going to go and see your stuff, and then all that stuff happens around you, right underneath your nose, but you don't see it.
Yeah, and one comment we're getting is there's no super farms at the charity pool, and that's Don's class.
Yeah.
Somebody just commented it's not his class. Don says rotate every year. So, yeah, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, that's one new thing, and that's got a lot of questions and buzz. Is rotating some of the classes this year. So in one way, it's going to freshen up what some of the fans that have been coming for the last 10 years will get to see. In other aspects, it gives I guess you almost call it a break for some competitors to go other directions. I know some are really going to miss being here when we don't have a class, and we hate that feeling. And then it does give a chance. The way we do the schedule, we try to think of other polls that are going around in that same weekend as well to help pullers that can kind of jump from one poll to another. And make travel plans to maybe they swing into Hillsboro because they want to pull here so bad. It's a bucket list pull for them. So some of the classes are orientated that so that they can be, here and then maybe go to somewhere else as well. And the semis is one we miss, and the live stream, I'm not sure on that. The live stream now is all done through Lucas Oil and Map TV. And Flow Racing. So you want to check the Lucas Oil Racing TV app and Flow Racing for what they're saying on the live stream.
It is on the Flow Racing app. It is on their calendar and schedule for this coming weekend. It is there.
Yep. Sweet. Yeah, that's where we look forward to it. It'll be probably tomorrow night is when the Lucas Oil Productions crew will get here. They're based they're mainly based out of California. The crew's based out of a few different places, so they'll be here right tomorrow night, be setting up Wednesday, then for the weekend.
It's always fun, Chris, being in Richland Center, watching all the big rigs and everybody roll through up 80, the people that come up that way. I know a lot of people coming on interstate, so.
Yeah.
There was that funny story of Jordan Lustig. Ryan, what was the deal that one year? He was talking about bee hopping through the woods, bringing the silver bullet up. I always thought that was funny. So.
Yeah, I think he come up the year that the road was closed.
Yeah.
Locally, and you kind of had to go around the detour, and at night you thought you were on a goat path at night because the road is narrow. I remember that kind of spices up. That's one thing that's sometimes looked at as it's a little harder to get to Hillsboro. We're not right off the main road, but a lot of pullers enjoy the scenery when they drive out here too, and it's that nice small town feel when you get here. And some people really enjoy that too when they come here.
This is your video from your all's Facebook page. Talks about track building. I have it muted because it has the song playing and it'll mess with the copyrights on Facebook. But a lot of I interviewed Don years ago about building the track, and he's built packets and taken them to the Champions Tour things. It's from a consistency standpoint, and that's what you want as a puller. Is it doesn't have to be a hook position type of a track. It's a consistent track throughout the class. So.
Yeah, and right now the track is built. Right now, the last time they built it's I'd say it's pretty much pull ready right now. We'd got some of the showers that come through over the weekend. So right now the track is sitting as it is, soaking in the water, just kind of setting still. And then midweek, I think they'll be out there again to do some track prep, but. This was from probably a week or so ago, or a little more, when they opened it up and got it starting. And right now it's pretty much pull ready right now.
Absolutely. Sponsor-wise, Chris, do you have a list of sponsors you want to go through or anything like that, bud?
Yeah, we have a lot of great local sponsors, and I had the list of that, and I thought it is really it's too long to read off in this kind of setting. It's unbelievable the support we get from the community. It's nearly every business in town does something for the charity pull, and then the sponsors around the area really help out. And I invite you to listen to the announcing when you're there of all the class sponsors and all the businesses that help support each class, each winner. Everybody's got a part to play in this community to help the pull go on.
Chris, have you been to every single one of them every year?
Yeah, I would say I've been to every Saturday session. And when I was in high school, we would be Friday nights up at the school for practice, football or whatever, and kind of watch it and listen to it going on, and then I'd be down there to help as well. But I have been to every one except for this year. this year, a fun little fact: my sister is getting married on Saturday.
What? No. That's like
Wow.
what?
Wow.
Yeah. So
Sorry,
fun.
sis, but that's
Yeah.
just planning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the story on that?
Don took her out of the will. So
I was gonna say.
And that's where I got the jokes from James and Don. It's like that's not even on the scale of like being able to miss the pull. It's like, it has to be like the apocalypse. I mean, there has to be T-Rex coming into town for you not to be here.
Yeah.
So
because we always joke around. Oh, I got a wedding this weekend. Like what? Like third cousin, second? No, your sister. Yeah, that's pretty legit. That's pretty legit.
So what I heard is Chris is live streaming the pull at the reception. Is that what I heard?
yeah,
not only that, he'll be doing it in a T-Rex costume.
Yep, I'll be in T-Rex in the corner, trying to keep the bridesmaids away. I'm busy right now. I'm watching the charity pull.
You won't have arms to beat them away because, well, T-Rex.
Well, yep.
Everybody watching the show, read that question from Morgan and type into the comments. What qualifies Hillsboro as the quote unquote best pull in the U.S.? According to a fan who has never been there, why should I reserve this weekend? Good job, Morgan.
Yeah, that's
right now, kiddo.
Yeah, that's a good one to hear. And I mean, there's a lot of fans that have been there. Some people commented they've been here 10, 15 years. And a lot of people like kind of one aspect or another about the pull. That's what's great that we learn about different people that she knows that. She would know. She knows.
So I saw them in Kansas last night. We were in Mountain City, Kansas, and she walks up to me and she says, Jason, Jerry and I, we have such a love-hate relationship. I fire him every night, but I always rehire him so I have somebody to drive me home.
Oh, that's funny. Yep. Yeah, so that's our invite you to there you go. Move the wedding to the pool. Yeah, that would be nice. The wedding's in downtown Minneapolis, so I've already asked them to fly me up and fly me back, but it didn't work.
It didn't work. This is a picture from. Is that from? No, that's from behind the grandstands.
Right? That's the pits.
Yep, that'd be the pit. So that's what I'm working on tonight. I've had a crew out there. They've been out there since 11 o'clock this morning, painting the white lines. It takes somewhere around like 10 to 11 hours for us to lay out the parking lot and paint the parking stalls. The battery died on our paint sprayer, so I said I bailed out to come down here and do this. And then we're heading back out there till, for a couple more hours tonight to finish it up, and just keep every day it's preparation to happen. But yeah, that's the polar parking, grandstands on both sides, food, the beer carts rolled right down in front of you, so you don't get up to get a beer or anything like that. You just sit back and have a good time.
Yeah, the only time you have to get up is if you have to go to the bathroom. Other than that, you can sit there and enjoy it. So.
Yep. And then the tickets for the $20 tickets to win a pallet of beer will be going around all night as well. So that's going to be another stop. Right there is the camping area. That last photo that's overlooking the grandstand. So all that grass area out through there is all the general first come first serve camping. I believe that might have been Don after he won one of the sessions or getting ready for one of them.
How many open station 4430s will be running around there? That's one thing.
Zero.
I did not expect, but there is a ton of them.
Zero.
Yeah, the 4430s. There might be one in the pits that tow them around if it's still going. That one got beat on pretty hard a while ago. The 4230s. 4230s. There'll be a pile of them, and basically they're going to get run on the track until they would start on fire and burn to the ground. That's the only way. That's the only way they're not going to be out on the track. And it's the same tractors every year, and hats off to Don. He also loans those tractors out to a lot of pulls around Hillsboro, a lot of county fair pulls or smaller pulls. He actually loans those out as well. Those are pictures from all our posters from over the years. Those are up in our new our sponsor suite. So up in by the announcer's tower, there's the windows, the glass windows in the rooms in there. So those are air conditioned rooms, and our sponsors are invited up there for each session. There's a group of sponsors that get to go up there and sit, enjoy the poll and the air conditioning. They get food, drinks, everything accommodated for the sponsors up in that booth this year. Yeah, that's Colin definitely knows that. And Colin, we were really hoping to get a 1456 hooked on to the front of your tractor and tow you to the pits this year. But yeah, cool thing on we used to have back in the day, we would bring probably 6 of my family's 1206s to the pole to tow tractor people around at the Don's owns the John Deere dealership, so it was always cool to bring. He always liked to see the bunch of red tractors towing around in the pits, and pullers got a kick out of it. And one time, long time ago, we got a picture of 4 of our 1206s with Cody Shea's Red Edge Pro 1206 parked in the middle. That was a pretty special memory for mine back in the day.
That would be pretty special. That would be awesome. This is one of the sponsor things, right?
Yeah, that's inside the sponsor VIP suite. They got the TV, so they get to see the feed that the TV crew is filming. Food, drinks. Tori Slama, Don's granddaughter, was up there for a while last year, catering to the sponsors for whatever they needed. They get to sit up there and watch.
This is from the starting. I'm just flipping through photos.
Yeah,
from the
yeah, that was from the starting line. This is a few neat photos from the pits as you go through. One thing is our pits are open to the public, so our pits are not in the admission area. They're free, open to the public. They're right off the camping. This is one Peterson Custom Fab, a local fabricator in Hillsboro, had to weld up the intake on the Eaton Dollars. There after he found a leak. So he did all that for, just jump in and what can I do? He ran uptown, got his special welder to weld the intake. And you can see all this stuff happen if you're out in the pits, if you're camping. Invite you to walk through the pits and see everything, and also see the Farley, Iowa row. So that's one new thing this year out in the pits. We're going to have a Farley, Iowa row. That's going to be a row of just Farley, Iowa is going to be on one row in the pits.
Can you get them all in one row?
We can get all the haulers. The haulers will be in one row. Yeah, but the pulling vehicles will be all parked out back behind them. I think on last count, like 9. I think there's going to be 9 vehicles from Farley, Iowa there this weekend.
It's a new pro stock capital of the world. So.
Yep. And they're going to help make Hillsboro pro stock capital of the world coming up this Friday night and Saturday night for pro stock action.
Paul, does that pretzel look good to you?
I mean, I'd eat it.
Yeah. That's one cool thing about the fans because that's the mod from California, and that a lot of kids out there taking pictures, and it's always nice to share their memories as well as the families are having a lot of fun. And that picture right there is kind of what it's all about, is just that's what we dream of every Friday and Saturday night in Hillsboro, looking like that. When it looks like there goes. See, so 9 plus, so we're talking like 12. Thanks, RJ, for correcting me on that.
Can we just have hey, Chris, can we just have a Farley class and then just adjust the hit heights?
Yeah.
Clint Tucker figured that out, how he'd run the two-wheelers against pro stocks.
Yeah, Simons are definitely gonna load the haulers and load the wagons and come up to Hillsboro. It's always glad to have the Simons up here. The last few years, they always enjoy coming up, and they're always really nice. RJ's great on social media as well, posting some stuff, sharing stuff with me, and to kind of show the fans. And the Simons haulers are going to be right as you go into the grandstands to buy your tickets. So I invite you to stop in and say hi to the Simon family as well.
Is he going to bring the bootlegger up, Arj? Are you going to bring the bootlegger trailer up, RJ?
Yeah, the should bring the bootlegger trailer up and sell raffle tickets for somebody to get to stay overnight and stay in the trailer in the campground.
Well, if they drink all that, if they drink 2,340 cans of beer, Chris, they're gonna.
Yeah. That's Peter Norton's trailer. He's got his own parking spot every year, so you get to see that hauler right up in the front as well.
No bootlegger, guys. No bootlegger trailer. So.
I don't know that you're going to see that particular semi either.
Did Brett Meyer buy this?
I believe that semi is sold. I don't know who it went to, and I know
Oh, breaking news! Breaking news!
Yeah, there
Wow.
it is.
Nice work, RJ.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's always fun to be on. I know every year when it gets to the charity pull time, it's always fun to. There's always something new. There's always something to release, and find out about.
For sure.
So yeah, that hauler might not be there. So I'd invite the fans that are Peter Norton fans to stop on by and see what hauler will he bring to Hillsboro this year. But yeah, I'd just like to thank everybody that has come out too in the past. Ones that are coming out this year, maybe for the first time, to experience it. And it's definitely an experience. It's what we try to do in Hillsboro with it, and try to just give the best chance we can for the fans to have a great family weekend together.
It's like I said, I think one of the ultimate compliments, Chris, is when you say an event and you don't have to say the state. You know what I mean? I just think Hillsboro. Yep. Everybody knows where Hillsboro is. And that's what I do. The parking lot. Try to figure out what pullers are coming where. And last weekend that wasn't Peter. What did we do wrong? That was one of Simon's.
You haven't stayed up to date with stuff.
Yeah, one of those were through there.
Sorry, guys. Kind of counting on you guys to keep up.
That one right there, I think would have been right.
That's not one of Simon's.
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
Them are. So that was when Simon's rolled into town with their three rigs. Those are driving through the city streets of Hillsboro.
They had their own parade. So.
Yep. They did.
Peter has a new rig. Okay, got it. Trying to keep up, guys. There's a lot of comments. I love it.
Yep.
I love it. That's the shot coming up the road. You're hanging left coming north on 80. See it? So.
Yep, that's the whole grounds there. Yep.
Good stuff.
Yeah, definitely hope all of you can make it. Invite you. Hopefully, everybody can throw a $20 bill in to help this family from close to town here that is going through some awful tough times with their family right now, and just we're looking to be a support for them, and that's what our big goal, our focus is this year, is to give away 4,000 pounds of beer and have some fun raising some money doing it.
Absolutely. Again, August 12th through 13th, this Friday and Saturday, Hillsboro, Wisconsin. Friday night, 7 o'clock. They got the Big River Steel, I'm just going to say, super modified tractors, 10,000-pound pro stocks, the mini rods, unlimited super stock, two-wheel drives, and then light pro stocks of the Silver Series. Is this the first time light pros have been there, Chris? I feel like
it is. Yep.
And then Saturday at noon, light pro stocks, super stock diesel trucks, super modified two-wheel drive trucks, lightweight super stocks, and then session 3 is Saturday at 6 p.m. Super mods, 10 pros, lightweight super stock tractors, super stock diesel trucks, mini rods, and unlimited super stocks. So, why are you guys laughing?
Inside joke. Never mind. Moving on.
Did I say something wrong?
No, you're good.
Okay.
No,
you're great. You're great.
You guys would tell me if I did something wrong, so I would think.
Oh, we would not hesitate.
So I guess I invite the rest of the panel, if you guys got any questions, to try and stump me on something there. This is always always the part that Don will call me on later if I say something wrong here. So this is a good chance to try and stump me.
Is Don going to get out the 80-20 to rip the track between sessions on Saturday?
Yeah, the 80-20, it's sitting right over there. You can't.
Show us.
Put some diesel. Put some
Move your
diesel
phone,
in it.
Clark.
And Don, if
Show
you're
it to us.
listening,
Move your phone, Clark. What's going on?
You show it.
Yeah.
No, which way we gotta go? This way. Yeah, it's over there. It's on the other side of the wall.
Take a walk.
please tell me it is being prepped to rip the track.
Well,
Don, if you're listening, you know what I want to see.
now you gotta make. Now you're gonna really stump me because hopefully it is on the other side of that wall. So I guess we got to see a comment if we want to go see it first, because
It's true.
it's kind of be the big reveal.
So how many actual beer cans are behind you?
2,340 times 2 plus a half a pallet. So roughly 5,000 cans.
You said to stump them, so I was just giving them a random.
Yeah, that would have been a stumper. There's about 5,000 cans of beer there.
It would have took Clark about an hour to count all of those cans of beer.
Yeah, I was gonna count them. So I guess what other questions do you got? Let's go see if the tractor's over here.
Chris, do you get to pick up the mic this year?
He's going to be gone.
No,
That's right. Sorry.
I get
Never mind.
no mic time for me this year. I saved that for the professionals.
Oh, maybe he might make a speech at his sister's wedding reception.
Yeah, yeah.
Will he be holding a toddler while he does it though?
Yeah, that's always the question. I might have to put my announcer's voice on. See, I got to put the camera really close to here for secret pulling part area.
Look at that. We can see in his ear, into his brain. I
Look
want
there.
There she is, guys.
Oh,
That's sweet.
that. Don, get it out and rip the track with it.
Yeah.
I'll make you a deal, Don. You tell me you're going to rip the track with that, I'll come up.
Yeah, that's the walk around number. She's all yeah, this is 820. Yeah, can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
We can almost hear it, even if it's not running.
I know. What if we
can we start it?
yeah, I was gonna say, what do you think Don would say? On those TikTok lives where they go around and they start vehicles for people. Just say, "Oh yeah, here's my Corvette. Let's start it."
I mean, this is your funeral.
Yeah,
that is very appropriately put, Paul.
that would be.
We
If
will
we
say
could figure-
nice things.
Yeah, that would be. I'd be about as lively as that cow is up there. By the end of that, but.
Chris, we have to Ryan, how do we explain this photo?
Are you paying the kid to take a picture
No.
with you? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
No, Chris started a daycare while he was announcing a show. And then he started illegally gambling at said show.
Yep.
And then he gave the proceeds to child.
Yep.
It was awesome.
And it was the first time I ever dropped a microphone while announcing.
Well, that's a good thing you
That's
dropped.
right,
the
I forgot
microphone,
you
not the
did
kid.
He
Yeah.
legitimately had a mic drop.
Yeah. No, there was a fan from Texas there, just outside of Austin, and I bet him $20 that the Cummins Killer would not win, and he thought it would win. So then me and that boy bet him $20 that Cummins would win, and he thought Duramax would win. So obviously we won $40, and then
Baseball players can't bet on baseball. How can announcers bet on tractor pulls?
yeah, that's
That's
you
why
reset
he was
the
holding.
spread,
That's
Chris.
why he was holding Hayes.
yeah,
Chris didn't reset
That
the
young
spread.
man's name is Hayes, and
Yep.
Hayes was actually doing the betting. Chris
And
was
then-
just holding the money.
On that
Yeah,
point,
that-
do you want to ask Pete Rose how that works?
Awesome.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun out there. A lot of fun seeing you guys and a lot of friends out there as well. And that's goes across the board for all the big events across the country. And that same goes for Hillsboro. Is that it's one for friends to catch up, make new friends, make new camping buddies, help people out along the way, and that's what kind of people helping the people is what Hillsboro is all about, and we're excited that it's this weekend.
Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome. Well, guys,
Absolutely. That's
do we
right. Lucas Oil Pro.
do we got anything else for Mr. Clark here tonight?
He probably needs to go paint some lines.
That's kind of what I don't want to get him. I don't want to get him fired. I mean, I know he's not going this weekend, but
Yeah, there's about 2 hours left to work down at the park for me, and then
No problem. Big action. Right. Lucas Oil Pro Pulling League is roaring into Hillsboro Fireman's Park with 3 huge sessions for the Hillsboro Charity Tractor Pull, August 12th and 13th. Feel the roar of the multi-engine monsters, Super Mod 2-wheel drive, throw stocks, super stocks, and much more. You won't want to miss a moment. Tickets start at $20. For more info, call 608-553-1528 or visit charitypull.com.
there is one correction on that video. The tickets are $25 a person this year. They missed that on the video, so that's one. The tickets are $25 to get in per session. The beer raffle tickets are $20.
gotcha. Nobody's going to complain about paying $25 to get into this poll, Clark. So
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
if they do, well, whatever. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's kind of all I wanted to really share. And like I said, I got to get down to the park. Got a couple hours down there, and then it's 4:30 in the morning. My alarm goes off, and then head to work to help some pullers make it to their pulls this weekend.
Cool. Well, Chris, thank you for your time tonight. Good luck to the charity pull, the whole Slama family in the city of Hillsboro. It's an amazing event, and I hope it goes off good. I hope they have standing room only attendance. That'd be awesome. So.
Yeah, appreciate you guys having me on. Good seeing each and every one of you as well.
Yep. Thanks, Chris.
All right,
Thanks, buddy.
Chris.
See you, Chris.
Well, what happened to Ryan? Is he mixing a drink or what? There he is. Okay.
No, I was here. I didn't move.
Well, you blacked out for a second there.
I see that.
So before I got to show you a picture of Doug in his current state. We've had a long day. Here's Doug Borth right now.
I don't know which is better, Doug or the dog.
Yep, Teddy was happy to see him. We left Mountain City, Kansas at 8:30 this morning. So I got the tractor dropped off at Tony's, and I got home at 7:45. So I threw down a salad and jumped on Let's Go Pulling with my friends. So I didn't ask how much beer is, but I know you can buy a raffle ticket, Esden, for $20. So
Might be
Esden, you
ever
can
had.
afford beers.
yeah,
You're
Backhouse can swing it. He'll be okay. So knowing Don keeps everything affordable. He knows what he's doing. So all right, talk to me, guys. There's so much stuff to talk about. I don't even know where to start, but this is where we start. So, Paul, what'd you do last weekend? Where'd you go?
I was here.
You were here, like right in that chair the whole time?
No. Last week, Monday night, we had the Altamont Fair, Effingham County Fair, ITPA show. Tried to go live, but it just didn't work. Get that many people in there, the signal just goes to shit.
Yeah.
So we were there, and then we were back there. We tried to go back there Wednesday night for the Lucas Oil it wasn't Champion Series, Western Series, and the rain decided otherwise. I hate to bitch about rain, but we have got enough. I wish I could give it to a lot of other people that need it, because
Kansas, where I was the last couple of days, they need it bad. So.
I talked to Chris Couch week and a half ago, and they need it down in Tennessee. I know you guys need it out west. We'd love to give you some because we've got enough. We don't need any more. It's raining right now. It's supposed to rain all night, but Wednesday night we tried to have that pull. That didn't happen. And then Thursday night, I was on the microphone at Mount Sterling, Illinois, for the ITPA show. And that's that's about 3 hours away. So Misty cannonballed up there with me, and I announced, and she did power noise, and then we turned around and came right back. So we kind of had a long week, so we took the weekend off and stuck around home, and finally got a day or two where we could mow the yard, and that's pretty much all we did.
Who's got the pictures, Charles or Ryan? The pictures when that storm rolled in Saturday night into Rockwell. That looked like, who was that on your personal page?
Yeah,
No, that was on the actual page.
Yeah,
North Iowa Nationals?
page.
That pretty well looked like exactly what rolled through Altamont on Wednesday night. It was just this black wall, and you sit there and you watched it, and as soon as it got overhead, it kind of went just a little bit more, and then it was like buckets.
The one I took was a garbage, smudgy cell phone photo, but the one in the comments underneath mine that Wyatt Foster did was really good.
Somebody needs to take that and put Colin Ross's tractor down there at the starting line, make it look like that's all the smoke coming out of triple bypass. That'd be kind of fun. So,
And Colin kicked some ass this weekend.
did he?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he
Was
did.
that Ohio? Was that
Yep.
what he was?
Yeah.
Wapakoneta.
Wapakoneta.
What is this?
Jamie Bush strikes again.
Oh my goodness.
This is one of the many reasons we love Jamie Bush. He loves his competitors, and he would do absolutely anything to help any of them, up to and including punking them.
And one of these years, Mark is going to learn to not back that thing out of the trailer until it's time to go pulling.
One of these years, Mark is going to exact revenge, and we're going to help.
Good to see the smoking hot deer back out.
Yep.
2 clean passes.
Yes,
Yep.
they had 2 good runs.
I love this picture, Roos. I'm so glad you caught this.
That was Chris alluded to. He made a comment earlier about catching up with old friends and friends helping one another. And I have no idea what Esden was explaining to Matt Goodwin in this photo. He could have been talking about turbos. He could have been talking about boobs. He could have been talking about brisket. I don't know, but but when Esden speaks, you listen, or when either of those guys speak, you listen. There's a lot of history there, and I'm not kidding when I say that I was ready to shut off my camera and go grab a beer and sit down with those guys and just kind of enjoy the evening, because that's where they hold up kind of right behind me for most of the night.
Yeah, I was bummed when Esden left early Saturday because I really wanted to go hang out with him.
That's Lustigs and DeBrews. They're like big buddies, right? Don't they like FaceTime and stuff when they get home from school? One of them said.
Yep, those two FaceTime every day after school.
That's awesome.
Lustig's trailer looked like a gymnasium full of kids when I went by there. It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Where's the one? Hold on, I got something here. Holy, look at that one. Yikes. How much rain did they get Saturday night, guys, after Eli's left?
It rained for what, 3 hours after we stopped?
Oh, a long time. They got over, in a 24-hour period, they got over 6 inches.
What was your comment today? What was your comment today, Ryan? What did you post with this?
Todd is more Texas than about 70% of Texas.
His angry farmer display is like NASCAR NHRA quality. It's unreal. Unreal. Yes. Like, holy crap. I did a This Is How We Roll and with them, and just amazing. Absolutely amazing. That guy, pretty neat. Pretty neat. Bruce, there's Russell.
There's Russell.
Oh,
Russell
those are the people that, These are all his
Russell
friends. He brought
brought
down.
a half dozen fans who had never seen an NTPA show before.
These two fellas
And-
right here, they're strong. They're about 6'4", and they would thump you if you got a little lippy. That's all I'm gonna say. So
Yep.
They came back to the tractor. I got to talk to them a little bit. So a couple of them sat up on the tractor. So that was pretty cool. So that's that little guy. Is that the guy Clark was holding?
Yep, that's a young man named Hayes. I have taken a picture of that kid every year at that show since he was 6 months old.
Okay.
So it's been kind of fun to watch. And you guys have heard me say this before. It's one of the things about my job that's a whole lot of fun is I get to watch these kids grow up.
Yep. No, it's neat. It is neat. Russ sent some photos in of the storm. Yeah, that was nuts. So they got the diesel supers in, and they got one other class in Saturday night, or what happened? I can't remember.
Light super and diesel super were done. We ran, I think, 4 or 5 of the mod 4-wheel drives in the first pro stock, and then it was over.
The return of Brian Bowles. Wow.
Oh my God, that pass was a monster.
Did he hurt that at the Pullers Championship?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So this is his first time back out, right?
I don't know if it's his first time back out, but he definitely let everybody in the place know he was there.
He came to party.
Well, according to I forget who I was talking to, but Jason, remember in 2020 when he lifted that head gasket at Mound City?
Yes.
They've never gotten it to really run right since.
Okay.
And I think Chris Pickler had just about enough of that, and he said, "Let's get this done, and let's get it done properly."
Okay. No, that's fair. These are pictures from our class Thursday night, so I wanted to
definitely blown head gaskets out of that thing enough times, and that past Saturday night was like, oh, okay, they're back.
We're back.
It was good to see Brian Poppy out with the Untamed.
Yeah,
hadn't seen that in ages.
Yep. It is good. It is outstanding. It was good to see. Did they have a good crowd, Bruce? I mean, overall, were they?
Yeah, they had a great crowd.
Okay, good.
Responsive, packed house. Great.
Mm-hmm.
They were here. They were. Rockwell was a vibe, and they were here for it.
And that's the thing about Rockwell is it is always the vibe. They're engaged. They're involved. I feel like the pullers can sense it from in the cage, and as announcers, we definitely can sense it. They respond to what we're saying. It's cool. It pushes us up to another level.
Yep, I would agree with that. And the competitors, I mean, had great competitors, lots of good feedback. Saw some monster passes, recorded the longest distances we've ever recorded at the North Iowa Nationals. Kevin Lindstrom got it at 397 on Thursday night in the Pro Stocks to win. And then, not to be outdone, was it Danny or Kevin Schmucker, the last pass of the night on Saturday before all hell broke loose?
I think Kevin was in the seat.
Clocked in at 400.
Yep.
So I guess that would be the unofficial longest distance since the class didn't conclude.
That track was phenomenal, especially during the afternoon sessions, that it did not come apart. It held in. It didn't matter where you hooked. You had just as much opportunity as the next guy to lay everything you had into it. And it was, you better bring all of it because you're going to need it.
Yeah, they did have some trouble with on Friday afternoon. The track kind of did what tracks do when the sun comes out and bakes them for 3 hours. But Saturday, oh boy, that was a biting track.
Yeah. something particular, and actually you can see it in this video. This is not Rockwell, but a little detail that's in this video. Notice where the sled's leaving from. It's just a slight downhill out of the hole. And Rockwell had that, especially pronounced on the west track, where the sled operator was actually holding brakes until guys got ready to leave, and it allowed for a real smooth, fast start. If you could set the tires, you were going to be on, but that was the challenge. You had to be set up to set them fast and get after it. But I thought that was such a cool detail. You know, if you were standing there and you didn't know what you're looking for, you probably couldn't see it, but it was definitely pronounced and awesome detail there for that event.
Yeah, I think the pass where I noticed that the most was Rob Russell's pass on Friday night during the pros. It wasn't quite Steve Burge. Yeah, it wasn't quite Steve Burge from 2020 where, you know, the rear end just kind of squatted and the tractor was off to the races, but Rob just kept on picking up speed, and suddenly, you know, because I'd been panning everything like I do with the camera, and suddenly, holy crap, I'm not panning fast enough. I lost it.
Yeah. I think where I noticed it the most was in the super stock diesel trucks. I forget who it was now, but somebody was in it all in at like 150 feet. That doesn't happen in that class. It's like 250 before they go. Somebody got in it and it held, and they didn't win, but it held it and it didn't bounce. They got after it at 150 and went. And it's like, oh God, okay, this is a thing. We're doing this.
So yeah, Norwalk, Wisconsin's this weekend. Springville, Iowa's this weekend. I'm just going through all the comments. A lot of polls. Berrien County Youth Fair. That's Michigan, right, Charles? Does that feel like Michigan?
Yep.
Yes, it is, and that is a track like and Paul, you'll know where it is. It's another one of those tracks where the first like 225 feet you're in a building, and then you go out the door as you run it out the back. Same kind of deal.
Yep.
Like Peoria, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Same thing.
Good deal. Good deal. Yeah, so I was in Rockwell Thursday night, and I was on a really good pass. I'm not saying I would have got Lindstrom, but because he was way out there, but I had one of my best passes of the year, and fifth gear said no more. It went bye-bye. So then the RPMs went sky high, and we got back to Tony's at 4 a.m. We put the spare turbo on because the Hearts were afraid that next time that turbo ran, it would go pop, pop, pop. And drained the training fluid out, got rid of fifth gear, and I'm going to just get through the end of the year with it, get through the point season, and we'll freshen up the rear end and strengthen it this winter. And then we get loaded back up, left Platteville, Wisconsin, where Tony lives in Belmont, but I always say Platteville because everybody knows where that is more. Got to Gibbon, Nebraska at 7:30 on Friday night, and I asked the Outlaws to run our class last, so they did. And then we went to McCall, Kansas to Bill Petrie's Pull. I got to see Cody. And you want to talk about hot. just standing there, you could feel the sweat just happening. So, and then last time we went to Mountain City, Kansas. So it was a
Schultz. I got to give you some credit here. I watched the video of the Rockwell pass. You got out of that throttle as fast as you possibly could have. That was normally guys don't have the wherewithal to, get out of it that fast. As soon as that thing went up, you were back out of it. So,
well, something, I don't know. I mean, it didn't, I don't know. It was really lugging down there. I was down to like 3,100 RPMs, and I haven't pulled it down that low all year. And that's a credit to the Rockwell track. And I don't know, Paul, I just heard it, and I don't know, just quick. I don't know. I don't want to break it.
Yeah.
But thank you. You gave me a lot of compliments, Paul. So that means a lot to me. I'd like to have a moment of silence for Paul giving me a compliment.
Man, I would have liked to seen that pass play out because that front end hung, and I'm like, oh shit.
I
took
really
it off, and I'm going, looks good. Then it came down, and then pop, and you got out of it. I'm like, oh boy.
I would love to do a power ranking for the 4-1s, and Lindstrom's got to be at the top. Or if you get all this, so he's definitely in the top 3. I don't know. He took all the associations like Hartman and Lindstrom or whatever, but just did not fare well at Toma or Hutchinson or River Falls with them. And it was setting up for us perfectly because the road was being made and we were last hook. And I thought, oh, this is my chance to finally get close to this guy. And at about 250 feet, I'm like, oh, no, we're moving because it set me back.
You had ground speed.
Yeah, it felt really, really, really good. And then it didn't. And then the tech official comes up and goes, what happened, Jason? I said, well, it's not in gear anymore. So I put it in reverse and it backed up, and then I put it in first and we drove away. And I thought, well, heck, maybe we're okay. And then we got back to Tony's and it wasn't okay. So it's all good. It's okay. So I'm going to Weeping Water, Nebraska Thursday, West Point, Nebraska Friday, and Macon, Missouri Saturday. So that's my week coming up for you guys. Charles, what do you got on the docket?
Friday night, I'm headed to Big Rise hometown, Fremont, for West Michigan Pullers, Owego County Fair. Going to check out their brand new track, and I know we're going to pack the place. It'll be a good show. Saturday, I had intentions of being on the ground for the Napoleon Grand National and shooting pictures, but that's not going to happen. I am going to be jumping on a plane very early Saturday morning, and I'm flying out to Philly for Turbo Tom's funeral. I just feels like that's where I need to be. So that's the rest of my weekend.
That's awesome, Charles. That's
As
awesome.
it should be.
Wait, it's out in Philly?
He's from Quarryville, same town as the Buck Motorsports Park, and that's like 40 minutes out of Philadelphia. So that's where I'm going to fly into, and rented a shit box, and we'll go up there and have a good weekend with friends, family, and I know there's racers coming in from all across the country to be there for him. And
yeah, I would assume.
Yeah, we'll do it right.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Is anything happening at the Buck that night if you guys need to decompress?
You know, I don't know. And that's a fair question. Something I didn't even consider. I'll look at that. I don't know.
That might be worth
It might be
checking
It might be
into.
cathartic for a bunch of people. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Hey,
Blow some smoke, make some noise, drink some beer, all of the above.
Yeah.
Bruce, did you see your message from Nick Jackson? A couple of California guys are coming in towards the end of the month. Did you see that?
I did actually, and I looked, and I hate to say this, but I don't think I've got anything.
That's a
I
weekend.
don't think
off
we've
for the
got
outline,
anything,
Yep.
which sucks.
Yeah, Nick called me tonight, and I told him I would check with you tonight on the show to see.
But Jackson, if you want to stop by for dinner or something, holler. You know the
Yeah, I
number.
think they will. They will. Ride, where are you heading this weekend?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
I think we're going to let this weekend play, and we'll let it play out, and kind of figure out what makes sense. I guess, could be Springville, could be Macon, could be Hillsboro, or it could stay home.
Yep.
So
I know how that goes.
we'll have to see. I have made the decision that this is not going to be the year for Bowling Green for me. I'm going to call and cancel the hotel here in a day or two. Just a lot going on at home with Dad, and I know that he's got some appointments next week, and I want to be around for those if I'm needed.
Yep.
So
Family
I think we're
first.
going to have to push. I think we'll push off for a year on that, maybe.
Family first. Family first.
Mm-hmm. I would love to be there. I will be there at some point in time, but this year I don't think the man upstairs has it in me to go there. Not this year.
Cody, do you got anything planned this weekend, or you want to wrap up McLeod? You can't go McLeod to Mountain City back to back. I keep messing it up.
So I had a busy weekend because I actually went drag racing on Friday night at I-29 Dragway. Ice cream cruise was going on, so I went down there for Friday night. It was about 2-something in the morning, I think, when I got home, and then turned around, drove to Kansas down to McLeod for Bill Petrie's show, and they put on a hell of a show. They had an awesome track. I mean, they start in the fall with that track, and so they know what it takes. And it was hot, as Jason said. It was 97 degrees with a 108-degree heat index, and it was hot. But they had a really biting track. Bergerman said that he's never carried that much weight on his front. So, and he said it took everything. It snuffed about everybody out, but it was a good track. The 4-wheel drive Pro Mod guys, that's a Champion Series hook. That's the first time they've ever been there. Talking to them in the morning type thing, everybody was happy and wanted to come back. So that's kind of exciting when you can get them guys excited about a track and a venue. So that was pretty exciting. And then, so we stayed and hung out with Bill type of thing. Bill actually got pretty hot and kind of overheated, so he didn't get to stay out in the holler as much as anything. And Jessica took him home. So the next morning he wasn't planning on doing a whole lot, but went back, and after we left Bill's, I went back to I-29 Dragway and shot drag racing and roll racing and some other stuff around the pits last night. So it was a long weekend for me. This next weekend, huh?
Did you get any shots of that bright blue Fox body with the 7.3 Godzilla motor in it?
We'll have to wait and see.
Godzilla.
I will kick you in the nuts if you didn't. And
Yeah.
if you got some and didn't turn out, I will kick you there twice.
So my challenge is by the time I got there were some people already leaving because they had some rain that came through and some of that stuff. So because I sat in I-29, like in the Missouri side has an ungodly amount of road construction. We sat in like terrible traffic for 30 minutes to try and go down to a 1 lane for like 5 miles worth. But so there was that, but it was a lot of fun. So that's the first time for me shooting drag racing and stuff. So got to meet a lot of the guys out there in the 1320 crew, and that was a lot of fun. So, but this next weekend, I am not planning on going anywhere. I kind of we have a first time event for junior college type thing. We're going to have a golf tournament because we've gotten together a few times, but it's been for classmates' funerals. So we decided that we're going to get together and do something fun for once. So we're kind of having a class reunion type of funeral or class reunion golf outing. And so I'll be taking
Drunk.
Huh?
Drunk.
Pretty much. Yeah.
You will be drunk.
Pretty much.
Bear hole.
Yeah. So that's my plan. I decided to kind of want to, I don't get to see some of them guys that often anymore. So make a point to do that. So that's my plan. And then next week or the following week's State Fair in Wisner. So it'll be a busy week.
That old boy on the case was having a hard time pulling Fritz out of there. I just noticed that on the video.
Yeah, I'd take a few shots at it.
Yeah, he did. Here, I want to show you guys.
Jason, are you coming down for State Fair?
Yeah, I'm announcing, and then Dad's driving the tractor for me on Wednesday. So I'm going to come down Monday night. So Charles, are you around next Monday night, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Will you grab the wheel of Let's Grow Pulling?
Be glad to. Yeah.
Doug,
if you're gonna be in town, we can just do the show from my place.
Oh, I just don't know what time I get down there. That's the thing.
Oh, I see.
I'm hoping to get my turbo back on by this weekend. If not, I get back Sunday and then I turn around and ride again on Monday. So I got to see how all that plays out. And then Chandler's coming down with me, Chandler Pickler, to do video because my team is going out to Bowling Green to sell merchandise. And they rented an RV. And they got the merchandise trailer. I hope it has not become a Cousin Eddie mobile, Paul. That would be bad.
Shitter's full.
I feel like we did this last year too, didn't we? Where you were at Rise when we did the show last year.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, that's cool. We'll figure it out.
I'll try to get down there, Charles. If my day goes good, I will. Because Des Moines only 4.5, right? 4
ish.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the semi.
Yeah.
Either way, we'll make it happen.
Jason passed out on the couch like.
Dude, I was tired. It was hot. I mean, I didn't even stand on the sun like you guys did, so I'm not even going to pretend. So
yeah.
And Jason, we've got parking for the hauler. We'll have a place to put it. So.
Yep, I'll probably swing to stay there Monday night. It all depends if Dad comes with me or not, or if I need to get it into the fairgrounds. I got to see if they'll let me in because they always have a concert, and then it's really tough. I mean, it's very, very, very detailed oriented. So Yes, Sam Kelly's bachelor party is Tuesday night at the Iowa State Fair. That's going to be very fun.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's going to be very fun.
I heard a lot about it this weekend. Let me tell
I
you.
got to see Jared. Yeah, Jared hung out.
You're
with
gonna
me
need to
Saturday
call
and
me
Sunday.
and fill me in on those details.
I tried yesterday.
I was busy yesterday.
Randy Proctor says Laser in Coldwater, Michigan, Wednesday, and Morley Saturday. I don't know this question, Charles. Does the indoor-outdoor affect the track like at Berrien Springs? I would assume it would if the sun's on it, right?
Yeah, but an evening session, it's less. I mean, the sun starts going down, and particularly Berrien Springs, the outdoor portion of it is pretty well sun shaded by trees. Anytime after, I'm going to say like 5 o'clock at night. So really, probably not as much as you'd expect.
Oh, fuck. What happened?
I don't know. I don't know what else. What else, guys? We got.
Well, since you asked, I don't have anything going on this weekend other than a wedding. But
What? Who's getting married?
Are you going to Chris Clark's sister's wedding too?
no, I'm not actually. A friend of ours is getting married on a Friday, which is a new thing. I've never been to a Friday wedding, so that's going to be different. But not this weekend, but next weekend, Pinckneyville, Illinois,
Yeah.
American Thresherman Association
Nice.
is going to have a big show.
Engines.
So we got 3 nights of pulling. We've got pro farms, mods, light mods, I should say, limited pros, pro stocks. A couple different classes of that. They've also got some other stuff, some antique pulls. Of course, this is Thresherman, so they've got all kinds of demonstrations, plowing demonstrations. And once again, I'm going to be in the Case 110 steam engine in front of the Bungart sled on, I believe, Saturday night. And this year, I'm going to be a little bit more prepared for it. I'm going to be I'm going to put some GoPros on the steam engine, and my plan is during the Spark Show to maybe try to melt one of these things down. But it's already been set up, and we're going to try to make this happen. We get tractors for the ITPA show. We'll have tractors out of like Mid-South guys will come up. We'll see some guys out of Missouri, the Illinois tractors. It's a power track. It is a power track. So if anybody wants to come and hook, you pay your per day fee and you can come and hook. It's going to be a great show. Come early. There is plenty of things to do, all kinds of good food to eat. I forget what their features are: mini mows, Fordson, the leader tractors, Ford, Fairbanks, Morse engines, but anything tractor related, John Deere, red, green, black, blue, yellow, whatever color it is, there'll be a tractor there with that color. So it's an awesome show. Try to do as many lives as we can. Like I said, they've got all kinds of field demonstrations, anything you can think of, but really, really excited to get back on that steam engine during the Spark Show. Last year, or was it 2 years ago? I guess it was. I was on there, and I had spark burns all over my shirt. And
I was gonna remind you, wear your fire suit this time.
Yeah, it is insane how much goes into that. There was actually, of course, the Case 110 is one of the bigger steam engines out there, and it takes 3 guys to operate that thing. I was just kind of sitting in there. It's a friend of the family. We do a lot of work for Bill Jansen, is who owns the tractor. Bill and his boys Jesse and Dustin, or the whole Jansen family, I should say. But it is unfreaking real how much is going on in that area. And I'm going to I'm going to go early, and I'm going to set up to where hopefully I have a GoPro like mounted on the front of the operator station or whatever you want to call it, looking back in there so you guys can see exactly what goes on. One guy's steering, one guy's running the firebox, and one guy's signaling the sled. It is utter chaos, and it is so much fun. So hopefully get some good footage out of that.
Sounds awesome.
Oh, it's
absolutely awesome.
It's gonna be it's so much fun. I couldn't stop laughing. It was an absolute blast. I'm thinking, it's a steam engine. It goes kind of slow. The spark show is really cool, but for what you see when you're spectating and watching that thing to what it is up on that thing, it is unreal. It's hotter than holy hell. But so much fun. Cannot wait.
Here was a steam engine from McLeod, Kansas, Saturday night before they hooked this, so that's pretty cool. That's not a 110. I'm not sure what the size of that one is. So,
the 110 is like 3 times that size.
Yep.
You say this is a baby.
Yeah, and they have a couple of different ones on there, but like I said, they'll do it every night. Every night of the pulls, they will have a steam engine on the sled, and then they're also doing for the 85. 95 Limited Pro and the Pro stocks, they're doing a what do they call it? Shit, I can't remember what they call it. But basically, they're taking combined distance. If you win both nights, or the farthest combined distance both nights, is going to get a trophy that I'll be making, and so I think some additional money. King of the Stack is what they're calling it.
You make really good trophies, Paul. You should get the trophy making business, Paul.
I make a lot more trophies than I ever thought I would, and they're fun. And I know Burkholz is watching. We're going to work on something for Toma next year.
Okay.
I was giving him a hard time about it, and he's like, "What do I need to do to make them better?" And I'm like, "Dude, you're a machinist. It's all about billet." So
right.
we're going to work on that for Toma next year. Jason, he's part of the crew down there in Pinckneyville, so we'll see him for sure down there.
What's that? Here's that question. This is for you, Rye. Are you still with us, Bruce?
Yeah, I'm here.
Can you read that?
Yep.
What are your thoughts? What are the guys saying?
Afternoon sessions are tough. But we got to have them. If we're going to get everybody in, and if we're going to step up and play with the big boys, you got to do what the big boys do. So,
if you're going to host every Grand National class, you got to give all of them 2 hooks, and the only way to do that is with afternoon sessions. And the intention is to turn the G to an S. So,
So it's the stepping stone deal. It's what we got to do, and when we can get the class, getting the class mix right is always a challenge. And then Mother Nature always has her say. And
there it is.
But so long as you can get, as long as you can get that track to hold itself together and not come completely unglued, usually works okay.
All right. That was a good video. That I believe is the 110.
This is the 110 from 2014.
Yep. So that's the one that I'll be on. And there's 3 guys up there. And you cannot believe the amount of height difference from where you step on. You basically step on where that hitch is. And to jump up there where they're on, I mean, I'm not kidding you. It's like a 5-6 foot jump up.
Look at the blow-by. That thing needs new rings. Don't you think, Charles?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the wonderful world of steam and the torque that these things can.
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think I've earned that badge because it's amazing how much goes into. So that's the mash-offs tractor. So the one that I'm be on will be basically an identical one to that one. There's a little difference. Theirs was built, I think, maybe in the U.S. and the one that I'll be on was in Canada, or maybe vice versa. There's a small weight difference on the total amount of the entire tractor, but basically the same thing. I think if you go to the Thresherman's page, there may be a link to the video that I had last year, and I I apologize. I'm going to try not to do it this year. I had a little colorful language because I was just so excited. And I threw some F-bombs out there because it was that cool. But yeah, I'm going to try to keep that under wraps. But Bill and Jesse and Dustin, the Jansen family, there's another couple of families there. They have I would say at least a dozen steam engines, if not more, of all different sizes. There'll be little ones, and that's just the ones that I can think of right off the top of my head. I know there'll be a hell of a lot more. They'll have them out on a dyno. They'll hook them up. They'll put belts in between 4 or 5 of them and run them on the dyno. It's pretty amazing stuff.
And the torque numbers that those steam engines can make, I mean, we get off on what diesels can do, but those steams, those things are downright dangerous. Let's be totally honest. They're frightening what they can actually do, and very impressive to see one work.
I think the biggest plow that they've had behind the 110 was 14 bottom, and it's the old trip plows where you got guys standing on each one and big ass levers. They tried to set a record, I think, at one time when Case was the feature tractor that year. They tried to set a record with the number of plows in the ground, and I want to say it was somewhere around 200. There was 200 bottoms in the field, same field plowing. They've got a big setup where they do all this stuff, and it was literally like you could start at one edge and you could draw a diagonal line, and there was tractors all the way to the other side of the field. It was crazy.
Charles, can you answer this question for Bob?
I'm not super up on steam systems, but I believe it is just vacated steam where if you're not, so these tractors don't have the triple expansion system on them. They're a single, and it's just ventilated steam after it's done blowing the piston out. Yep.
So if it's a dry block, it's just steam is all it is coming out from underneath there. Normally what you'll see at the end of the run is, are we talking about torque engine or on steam engines?
I'm not sure.
Okay. But anyway, if you're talking diesel, if you're talking diesels, it's just steam, and what you want to see at the end of the run is when you come off the track or come off the throttle, the steam goes away. If it continues, it's probably not steam, and you probably need some motor work.
When you check your filter, there'll be some shiny pieces in it.
Generally speaking, yes.
Well, guys, I don't have much else. I'd like to wrap it up. And
you probably want to, say hi to your wife and stuff.
Yeah. I got to actually call a realtor in Missouri. We're writing an offer tonight for somebody. Then I want to go to bed. And
you
then
should probably do that. You've only been 9 gajillion miles the last 4 days.
We put 11,000 miles on the rig since Nashville. So we've been out honking it this year. I kind of feel like Charles, we're road warriors this year.
It's it, man. I don't know anything what the world looks like if it's not through a windshield.
Yep. So, well, thanks for joining us tonight, everybody. Good luck to Hillsboro. Chris was a great guest to have on tonight. If you're going, please do that $20 beer thing. That's awesome that they're doing that for the charitable part of that. And everybody, keep sending us videos, pictures. We'll keep sharing it around. There's a lot of polling going on. Go to a poll, people. Go to a poll. Okay, it doesn't have to be. Just go support these promoters that are putting these things on, because there's a lot of work. It takes all year round to plan these things, and it makes a promoter feel great when their stands are full of people. So, Charles,
and bring a couple of buddies too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
don't
Charles,
go solo.
kind of plan on running it next Monday if you could.
Yes, sir. Yep.
I'm trying to get Robbie and Jesselyn Fagundes because they're going to hang out in Wisconsin maybe before they go to Bowling Green, and Doug's working on getting them on the show, so that might be they might be in Richland Center, but I'm going to try to load up and head towards Rye.
If they don't go to Napoleon, awesome.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's all going on. So
Napoleon's got GN mods or minis, and they call Napoleon the baby Bowling Green. There's a reason. Okay. If you're in Northwest Ohio, go. Promise you will not be disappointed.
Gotcha. All right, guys. Have a great night. We'll see you next week.
See you
later on.
Are you interested in promoting or increasing the attendance of your truck and tractor pull event? My name is Jason Schultz, owner of the Beer Money Pulling Team, which has over 1.3 million followers across Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Our goal is to grow the sport of truck and tractor pulling and increase the awareness of the sport through our social media presence and highly engaged audience. We want to partner with you and help you grow the attendance of your event. We have a ton of promotional opportunities available and a full-time social media coordinator to make sure your investment is taken care of. For more information on promotional opportunities, give me a call, 608-604-5068.